Yes, sup you fuckers, Bob Mosaica here. Today the topic will be about being the older guy in a friend group. I'm not actually the oldest in my hope friend group. Like here in my city, there's not many hoopers. But we had like a small court in the park, in my city, and this is actually kind of the main court here, and it's just like 3x3 basketball court, and this is what we have here, right? And I am 26, and most of the guys there are like 19 or 20, or even less than that. So I am one of the few older guys, like older, like not really older, but no older than right. So when I was really young, like when I was a kid, and I lived in another city, I have this view of the older guys with a deep respect and even a type of fear. Um, it was really cool. Like I admired them because they seemed so cool, and everything they did was like meant to be cool. Actually, of course, I was a kid, so older guys doing stuff, it was cool. Here in Brazil, the most popular sport is football. So these guys were playing football, and I was playing a little bit of football there. Was never my thing. But at that time, I just play with them. And I was like the youngest maybe between them, and yeah, with time, I realized that it was something about the 20s, the 20s, yeah, the 2000s, because here in 2000s, uh, the thing was you needed to do stuff in a stylish way, in a cool way, and we call it styly. So it is like I lived my whole life in São Paulo, the state of São Paulo, and when I was a kid, I lived in a city called São Vicente. So like everything you do need to be cool. You do like that. I don't know the name of this in English, but here we call it embaixadinhas. Is that when you kick really softly the ball, when you keep kicking, so the ball never lose control of the ball or something like that. And like this was something that was really cool, and like older guys did that shit. And I always thought it was really cool because I never was really able to do that really well like them, and a bunch of other stuff like doing some backflips or any this kind of things that uh, young dudes like, and I was really impressed by the abilities that these guys had. Street culture in Brazil, and yeah, it was that. Now I am 26 in a different city. Here, people are less street wise, I would say. So it's a safer city. So things are different. So the feeling that I have is that most of the guys that hoop in the court that I do, they are just like maybe mama's boy type of guys. They are really good guys. Like people who don't want to get trouble, don't want to fight between each other. Maybe it's because this generation, my generation, have less testosterone or something. But we are really chill between each other. And I would start going to this court. Like I completely didn't knew no one, didn't know how to play basketball, never train a gym or have someone to coach me. So I learned everything like by playing there with them. And when I just started playing there, it was like 6 or 7 years ago. Things were different. People were a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more manly, you could say. But with time, this generation, like the guys who were like my age or a little bit older just quit playing basketball there. I think they just maybe had kids or just they moved out of the city, or they just quit playing basketball and went to just work and do any other stuff in their life. So many of these older guys, weed smokers, and you know, guys who like booze and something, they just quit. So what is left now in the scene is like just normal guys who doesn't drink, only smoke like vapes, these electronic cigarettes, and they are really chill. So I am the one of the oldest, and I'm really respected there. So people call me by my name, and people like I have a nickname that is my surname, and yeah, it's pretty cool there. But I could say this respect that I have was earned because when I just started playing there, I didn't know how to play. So, and I'm sociable, but not that sociable. I'm not that good with people in the beginning. So people need to get used in how I am to first understand me and then like me a little bit more, because or else I can end up sounding a little bit strange to people. The way I joke, the speed that I talk, and my references and all these kind of things. So I end up going there every week for years and learning how to play enough to be really a reliable player there. So I play center and I'm 6'2", and I am a good center there because in the streets here at least, it like being more than a 6'4" is really rare. So being 6'2" is like good enough, I would say. And yeah, I go there and I play and I gain like a bag, and I got better and better and do the same stuff that I do. And as I got better at playing, and as I got more used to the people there, people got more used to me there. As I become some kind of popular, everyone respects me. Like older guys respect me, younger guys respect me. Everyone kind of likes me. No one has like a title or something, a beef with me. The guys who in the beginning have some type of beef with me, now are just chill with me too. So I end up being highly accepted in that environment. And it's because I learned how to deal with everyone there, and how to deal with the situations. But there is a guy there who is older than me. He's like maybe almost 10 years older than me. He's like 35, and he doesn't know how to deal with people at all. So he gets angry really really fast and really easily. So he plays well. He plays better than me, but people doesn't respect them. People doesn't respect him. So some people have fear of him or something, but with time, even this fear end up become just mockery. So most people just mock him, and he is a serious guy. He won't be just laughing at every time or be smiling to people. He's like a serious guy. But the thing is that what I realized is that he is highly insecure. He wants to prove to people that he is available, that he is worth being respected. And I think the path that he chooses to do that, not really the best one. Because what happens is that he goes there and he starts playing, and when people start following him, because he really plays physical. So when people starts playing physical with him too, he won because he's stronger, older, and he's tall too. He's like 6'2" too, and like he's from a different generation, so maybe he has more testosterone than other guys. So he really is physical. And when people starts complaining, he starts to like really cursing and screaming at people, and the other guys just, it should be something that maybe if you done once or twice in a new environment or something would be really useful. But as someone who goes there almost every day, it get really annoying with time. And as the guys who were like playing there for years, like me, and even more time than me, got older, they also got more bolder. So they doesn't fear him anymore. They just mock him. They just see him as something that doesn't deserve to be respected, because you cannot force people to respect you for long. And no, he just, and there are better players than him that sometimes goes there, and they just humbles him so much. But he doesn't accept it. He doesn't be, yeah, fuck, I lost. No, he'd be like, you're gonna see, it's really frustrating to see him doing like this type of mistakes. And I try to talk to him because I'm one of the few people there who have some empathy for him. But the thing is that he fails too much. Sometimes he learns and he just forget. He just cannot control himself, and he have this intense necessity to prove to others that he deserve respect. And the only way he knows to earn it is by screaming, is by playing better. So it's good because he end up playing better and better with time. And of course, he's playing for years, maybe more than 10 years. So he played good, kind of good. For the court, he plays good, but for maybe if you go elsewhere, where like the level is like above, he'll be humble really easily, like he is sometimes when a better players come to our court. So today was one of these days. He went there, he talked to me like, oh, last time I was here, people was just mocking me, and he's not that like feeling bad. People was no, he was like kind of angry about that. So he was like really talking to me about that, and he like, no, today I'm not talk to anyone. I would just play and win and be silent and shit. And I said to him like, if you are someone that need to control yourself, bro, because if you don't, people will control you. And if they see that you are someone with a button, with a yeah, button. I don't know the word. Wait, maybe wait. Yeah, the button. If you're someone who is have a button, a red button that say click, and you like say start fire, people will click until you explode. And this is what people always do with him, and people did this to him today too. And I was like, damn, hey bro, chill. Did you say? And I'm out of the game. And no one is talking trash. He's the only one get mad to like normal stuff, because he doesn't have this sense of playing. He doesn't have that. Maybe if it was with older people, he would have this a little bit, but I think that it would be worse, because older people, like people their age, would have less patience and less fear of him. So they would just, if he starts getting mad, and this happened like in this court, everyone is chill, but he's like have fought really fist fighting with like maybe 5 or 6 times like in the last years. It's something really rare to happen in my city, and it's always happened to him. So you know, it made me think like my place in this social environment, this social cycle. I always try to earn respect and being respectful to others. And tis with time, put me in a position where everyone respects my opinion. If I say something, everyone listens to me. Everyone stops to listen what I have to say. Not only because I'm older, but because I'm someone that they like. The problem about you being insecure is that people will know it. People will get it. They will sense it, coming out of you. Because when you are that insecure, because everyone is insecure about something, and when you are like honest about it, and you kind of don't need to assume and be telling people around that you are insecure about, no need to do that. But in the situations that it really hates you, if you just accepted it, and it's about also the thing that I said in another video about the power of accepting stuff. If you accept that you have that problem, you have that insecurity, people can't mock you about that, because people mock you because they want to trigger you, they want to see a reaction from you. But if you kind of accepted it, like, oh, I am not a good shooter. I myself, I am a decent mid-range shooter, but I'm not good at shooting 3-pointers, no? So when I risk it, there is like a 50% chance that I will miss. So sometimes I hit, sometimes I miss really badly. Sometimes I miss okay, it's enough to try to save it, the ball or something, but many times I just lose the ball for the other team, and sometimes it makes we lose. And people sometimes complain about, no, why are you shooting? You're not supposed to shoot. If you don't trust, don't shoot. And I'll be like, yeah, I've tried. I need to try sometimes. And people will be, yeah, makes sense. What can I say? He really needs to try sometimes, and I do. And sometimes I hit, and it's really great. But I'm not insecure about my shooting ability. I will not say that I'm confident too. I'm not confident that I can shoot well. But not because that I'm bad at this, that I will be trying to hide it. That I will shoot all the time, and people will complain, and I will start to cursing at people and say, shut up, you don't know how to shoot too, and start to remembering mistakes that this person did in the game, and start complaining about that. No, I don't need to do that. It's just one example, but it applies to everything in life. Like, maybe you're like a short guy, and you're insecure about that because it's really common to short guys being insecure about their height. Maybe you're ugly, you're insecure about being ugly. Maybe you are socially awkward and you're insecure about doesn't knowing how to deal with people. And if you are honest to yourself, at least to yourself, that you are not good at that thing, it's enough for you to not letting people disrespect you, because it stops to being a weak point of your mind. It can be a weak point in your behavior or something. You don't know how to shoot, you don't know how to talk to people, and it's a weakness that you have, but you can only have this weakness. You don't need to being bad at talking to people and being highly anxious because you are bad at talking to people. You can be true to yourself because you accept that you have defects, you have mistakes, you have flaws. And sometimes it's enough to people relate to you. Sometimes it's enough. And it makes people kind of feel more comfortable around you because you are like a normal person and not someone who is freaking out about some bullshit, Many times in my life, I was the highly insecure guy trying to overcompensate through other stuff. And thankfully, now I'm not. Because I learned how to accept stuff. I'm not saying that you don't need to improve. You probably should improve if you can. Most times you can. But, if you cannot, that's okay. Just, be good at a different thing. And when this is necessary, just find someone else you can delegate this function, this need, and that's it. And if you can improve, just improve it. Even if it takes like some years, just improve it slowly, the way that doesn't, fuck up your mental state or your body. But again, accepting is the superpower that will make you suffer less. And sometimes it's all you need. Subscribe, bro. You see. I need you. Subscribe. Peace.